Hello and welcome back to Chris's Corner. I'm Chris.
And I'm Heather.
And today we're looking at another Star Wars ornament. This is Grogu operating IG-12. Today we're going to be looking at price watch, box, artist. We're going to tell you about our giveaways. We're going to showcase the ornament. We're going to tell you the design stylings. We're going to get into some history and lore. And of course, we're going to rebox it and show you how to keep it safe. All right, let's start with price. When this ornament was released this year, it was
$27.99 US and $35.99 Canadian.
And I've got this ornament third-party price. This has to be wrong.
Uh-oh.
$119.99.
What?
US dollars plus shipping.
Is that your usual site?
This is the usual site. What?
Okay, now I'm curious what your eBay sites are. I'm actually a little nervous.
Evil Day. I've got a low of $39.99 US.
Okay.
Or $56.07 Canadian. That's the low. And the high is $41.39 US, which is $58.03 Canadian.
Is this a limited?
No, I don't understand this third-party price. $119.99.
Are you sure you got the right order?
I don't want to be revealing who I get third-party prices from.
I know.
Because I certainly don't want to be sending anybody over there, and I certainly don't want them complaining that I'm complaining. But I'm complaining.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's got to be a typo.
It has
to be a typo.
All right, so don't shop there. Go to eBay.
eBay.
I mean, I'm a little surprised the prices. Anyhow, this has been out. Okay, it's been out for what, a week, 2 weeks? Couple weeks, and to see it that high is crazy. Were they not still in the store?
Yeah, it's not a limited.
I mean,
it's
I know we didn't really look at the shelves. Maybe we should start doing that and see how many are left in stock. But I swore there was a couple of these left. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's none left. Maybe these are super hard to find.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And not to warrant a price of an extra $100 on top of it.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's got to be a typo. Please let it be a typo.
Okay.
Anyway, back of the box. What does the back of the box say?
When you hang a keepsake, you're hanging the story of you. Press the button on the ornament to hear dialogue from this unforgettable scene. Battery operated. Batteries are included. Additional safety information inside requires the 1.5 volt button batteries, blah, blah, blah. The batteries take you 10 minutes to get them out of the packaging. And as you can see, there are a lot of warning labels on this box.
We've figured out that it's the little button batteries that have prompted Hallmark to put the warning on the boxes.
Yes, it is
on
100%.
Both sides, front and back.
Front and back, and then it's going to probably be on the inside again. So Chris's Corner warning, don't eat the batteries.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you, don't eat the batteries.
Don't eat the batteries.
Don't feed them to your cat. Don't feed them to your kid. They're bad.
Yeah, they're a little spicy, yeah.
A little spicy, yeah. Definitely spicy.
Box, like we said, it's got the warning on it. It's red and the usual colors for the year. The only thing I didn't like was on these boxes, and I haven't said it before, is they've put the year on the sides of the box as opposed to the top.
Yeah, which makes it really hard when you're looking at the top of the boxes and try to get them out, and you know you're trying to organize stuff. You can't find. So now I just look at them and I say, "There's no number on the top. It's got to be a 2025."
It's not a big deal. I preferred it on the top.
Yeah, same. Same.
So Grogu's adventures with Din Djarin take a hilarious turn when the repurposed IG-11 has been turned into a mechanical suit. With a push of the button, Grogu gleefully takes control. Yes, yes, yes. A fan favorite moment from The Mandalorian Season 3 comes to life in this keepsake ornament with sound. It's the only little bit of extra write-up I had for box details.
Yeah, because unfortunately they didn't put anything on the box. No. Just a note, the other thing that irritates me with the ornaments is that you need a screwdriver to get into them. And I keep losing my handy dandy teeny tiny screwdriver. So get yourself one of these things and put it in a safe place with your ornaments, because I lose that screwdriver more times than I can tell you.
All right, do we have anything on artist details?
I couldn't find anything. I did try. We've got some suggestions. It could be, Jake Angel. It could be Christina Goffin, just because they've done ornaments in this line before, but I can't give you anything solid.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah.
If I find anything online, I'll put it up, but I do think that this is one of the ones. It's just a generic, not really assigned to anybody. It's probably a collaborative.
Keep in mind, like, we've had artists that have done the Grogu. We've had artists that have done
the IG-12,
this type of, So, they take those two artists, they take those two sculpts, they put them together. So this could be a collaboration of those two artist sculpts that were put together to create this ornament.
That's right.
If you can find more information on it, that'd be cool though.
Okay. Well, before we take it out of the box, I'm going to remind everybody of our giveaways. We are giving away 2 Darth Nihilus Comic-Con exclusive ornament. Link in the top right corner. Head over there, and on that video, comment that you want it. That's all you have to do.
Please.
Come December 1st, I will draw 2 of the comments and either pin them or comment on them to say that you've won. I need you to acknowledge that winning comment back. You've got 48 hours to do it. If you don't get back to me, we're just going to move on to the next person. I want to get these ornaments out to somebody before Christmas so that they can be enjoyed on their tree. We're also giving away 2 more ornaments, one at 500 subscribers. That is the Garbage Mashers from last year.
And we're getting close.
We're getting close. And we're also giving away the Carbon Freeze Chamber at 1,000 subscribers. That one is probably one of my favorite ornaments, and it is going up in value.
Cool.
It is a fully working, unboxed, I'm going to assume fully working because it's unboxed.
Yeah, it's brand new inbox.
I haven't broken the seal on it. It should be fine. It's stored in a safe place.
It's in that little cardboard box inside a box, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll mail those off to you as soon as we reach those landmarks. But for now, let's crack this one open.
All right. So unfortunately, we've had this out of the box, so we already know it is a double clamshell. The clamshell that made me incredibly angry trying to get it back. So take note, it's just a simple lid. When he goes in the box, he's actually on an angle. That was what messed me up. I was trying to put him in straight and it wouldn't work. He has to be turned. So his arm is going to sit in this divot. But here he is.
All right, here he is here.
Isn't he adorable?
I love the colors on this. It's actually...
The detail.
Oh yeah, that little tiny Grogu is actually quite funny. So the IG-12 droid, he was actually his... What did they call him?
He was the nanny droid.
The nanny droid for a while?
He was the bounty hunter that Din Djarin destroyed, right?
We'll go more into detail in history and lore, but yeah, it's had 3 different purposes, we'll say. It was a bounty hunter, and then it was a nanny droid, and then it was Grogu's arms and legs.
Adorable. Do you want me to push the button now, or do you want to wait?
No, we go ahead and hang it if you want,
okay.
And then we'll hit it. I'll make sure it is.
Lost my hook. Got it.
I'll make sure that it is in frame.
He does have arms and need to be very careful with.
It's actually a very tall ornament.
Wow.
So yeah, this ornament is quite well done. I am pleased with the colors, and like we said, the size of them is quite tall. Even on this largest stand we have, it almost occupies the entire space.
Yeah,
once
it does.
Once it's hooked
So
up.
you're gonna have to find a nice big branch for this guy. He's got lots of space around it.
If
Good luck with that this year, Chris.
Oh yeah, no.
Have fun.
If you're pairing it up with other ornaments, Din Djarin, of course, or the Razor Crest, even Bo-Katan.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Place it mid branches or lower. I wouldn't go higher on the tree because it needs the extra space.
It's gonna need space to hang. It's gonna need a good opening. It's large.
IG-12 metallic plating reflects light, and the little cockpit where Grogu sits.
The detail on the IG is incredible. Like just watching it as it spins and looking at the different details and the, what do you call them? Greeblies?
Greeblies, yes.
It's pretty impressive. Like even when you get into like the legs there and you can see all the wiring, it's very, very well done.
So I've got a suggested size here for about 4.5 inches tall. I think it might be a little bigger than that.
Possibly.
So if you include the base. A molded body cockpit protected by plating where Grogu sits. We're going to hit the button and play it. It does take 3 batteries or 2? 2.
Comes with 2, and they are
2 little button batteries.
Like the world is going to come to an end if they get out of that packaging.
So let's go ahead. We'll hit the button.
The button is on the base.
On the base. I'll hit it from this side.
Okay, that's funny. All it does is yes and no. Yep, all it does is yes and no.
Well, that's all it did in the show, right?
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. That's great.
No, it's a little on the
But
could
it's
be
funny.
it's very funny.
That's
It's a little
Grogu's
on
language was yes
the dull,
and no.
Yeah, it's a little on the dull side, but
A
it never
little.
did anything else.
No, it didn't.
Okay, so let's get into some history and lore. Do you want to take the first part of this, and I'll take the last half?
Grogu was first introduced as the child in The Mandalorian Season 1, and for the longest time we just called him Baby Yoda, or the child. He's force sensitive. He was trained briefly by Luke, but he chose to remain with Din. He got his IG-12 suit in Season 3, and it represents his first true independence.
IG droids, IG-88 from the 1980 Empire Strikes Back movie was the iconic bounty hunter. IG-11 in 2019, the assassin protector, sacrificed himself for Grogu. IG-12 in 2023 was the rebuilt shell piloted by Grogu, bridging comedy and independence.
Then there's the Anzellans. The Anzellans are so cute. They're the tiny droid smiths, including Baba Frick. He built the IG-12 frame and gave Grogu his own mechanical stroller. They are beloved for their squeaky little voices and their squeaky little sense of humor.
The yes and no meme. Grogu's use of yes, yes, yes became viral, and it became a GIF and a TikTok meme in 2023. It showed how Star Wars humor crosses into pop culture.
IG-12 is more than comedy. It shows Grogu's growth, autonomy, and Din's struggle between control and letting go. The classic parent-child tension.
Collector context, Hallmark tends to capture pivotal character beats, just like Vader unmasked or Luke training. This ornament marks a cultural and narrative turning point. First Grogu ornament with sound? No, it is not.
No, I think there's been other Grogus with sound, but a lot of the Grogu ornaments just go, woo!
Yeah.
They don't really.
And it's not really Grogu speaking here. It's
the droid
it's
this
Grogu
time, yeah.
getting a
But
fly.
there's been several Grogu-themed ornaments that have sound.
Right.
Widely loved for his mixed cuteness, comedy, and lore. Forums have praised Hallmark's timing, aligning with the Disney merch, the Black Series, the IG-12, the Funko Pops, all of it. Many call it the definitive Grogu ornament. I think it's a very cool ornament because it does bring Grogu's independence to be able to now move and keep up. He's got tiny little legs. He can't keep up with Din. Now he's got his own little mechanical body.
I think the better Grogu ornament was the one that was kind of like a rubber. Was it a Grogu one? He's in a pram.
Yes, in his egg.
Yeah, in the little pram egg.
Yes.
I like that one better than this one.
Yeah,
but
for a Grogu ornament,
For a
yes.
Grogu, right. This is more of a mashup between two characters.
Yeah, I mean, this IG is awesome.
Right.
The detail on the IG is absolutely incredible. I think they've done a stellar job getting all of the detail into it. It doesn't light up, which actually doesn't bother me with this one. The sound it's the sound. I mean, there's nothing really else that it says. You can't put extra sounds into this because that is what IG does in the show.
Correct.
So adding extra sound to it wouldn't make any sense. But I think they did an incredible job just with the sculpt on the IG.
All right. Well, while we're doing this, it sounds kind of like we're getting into our Chris's Corner rating.
Yeah.
Where we rate on design and sculpt, features and functionality, and collectability and value. I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
Design and sculpt, it's good. I do think there's a lot of detail in here that is really well done. The sculpt is perfect for what IG-12 is and Grogu. The fact that they can do the sculpt so tiny on Grogu and make it look so good is really good.
It's really impressive.
Features and functionality, I like that it's powered. I'm not totally pleased that it's battery, but that's okay. Collectability and value. Well,
value's a little skewed.
That is actually what I was going to say. I'm not really sure who's judging how this one becomes valuable or not. If we're going by the third-party site,
this thing's going to be worth $1 million by the end of the year.
Yeah, by the end of the year or 2 years from now, this thing's going to be worth about $500. I think that's just a typo. Is it collectible? Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to keep it away from this is just another Grogu. There are lots of Grogus, but it's more of an IG.
That's where I was going to go.
It's more of an IG-12
yes.
ornament than a Grogu.
And I don't think we have another IG-12.
We have an IG-88.
Yes, we do.
I believe.
But I don't believe there's an IG-12 or even an IG-11 on the tree. So
they're essentially the same ornament.
Yeah, they are, but
it's like R2-D2 versus R2 whatever, right?
Okay.
They're all Astro droids.
All right.
Different colors. But again, I'm in agreement with you that this is a droid and we've only got one other IG.
Agreed.
So
that
wins. Overall, I don't think it's quite an 8. I'm gonna say it's a 7.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know how they could have made it better though. So that's
it. Yes.
I feel it's lacking something, but I can't put my finger on what. It's either a 7 or an 8 for me.
Okay.
I can't put my finger on what it's lacking. That's what it comes right down. Go ahead.
So the design itself for me is 100% an 8.
Yeah.
The detail on it is incredible. I'm gonna actually just grab him for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna bring him in. Hopefully, we can get the zoomy to work. The detail that they have managed to get on a teeny tiny Grogu on a almost 5-inch tall droid is incredible. I mean, that sculpt is just wild.
I'm going to agree with you on that end of it.
And
the detail in it is an 8. Clearly,
there's
an 8 or
no
more.
question to me that this sculpt took somebody a lot of time and a lot of effort, and this needs to be recognized as an incredible design. The functionality, you could plug it into a magic cord, but why? It doesn't have lights. Magic cord ornaments are typically to keep the lights and the sound always readily available. On this one, there is no light.
You're doing well convincing.
And it's only got his sound, yes, yes, no, no, which is exactly what this droid only did. So the functionality is exactly what it needs to be. It's an 8 because it's doing what the original droid in the show did. Collectability, if you're a Star Wars collector, you have to have it because it's a Star Wars figure. I think they've made it, I'm going to say, a new sculpt because like you said, we might have an IG-88 on the tree.
The colors are totally different.
But we do not have an IG-12.
Yeah.
So to me, if you're looking at it from a collectible standpoint, you now can't come back and say, but Heather, we have 5 because we don't. So that's a solid 8. So I'm giving this a solid 8 out of 10.
I am going to tell you that you have convinced me.
I'm not trying to convince you.
No, your arguments are solid. I'm changing mine to an 8.
Wow.
You have spoken fairly of this ornament, and I can't disagree with you.
Look at the package deal. And I know the last ornament we did was rough, but this ornament is exactly what it needed to be.
Yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with you.
I don't know what you could have done to make it better. I mean, light wouldn't really have changed anything unless you want to put a little spotlight on the bottom of it to light them up.
You couldn't have
but
added light.
There's really no reason to.
You could have put a little light in its little eye socket
Maybe,
things, but that would have been way too hard.
Why? Look
I know
at
the limitations.
the design of it. I don't know how else to say it, but the detail that they've put on it, why take away from the detail by making his eyes light up or putting a spotlight at the bottom? You don't need to. I
have been successfully upgraded to an 8. Well done.
You're welcome.
Your description of this has done it well, and you're now giving it a solid 8 from both
I want
of us.
to race.
All right, well, let's put it back in the box.
Okay, so again, I'm going to show you how to get this guy back in this clamshell because it did mess me up when I tried to do it the first time. Clamshell box, turn him slightly, slide it in, and then his cover goes right on top.
And just so you know, the instructions on this box, much like the outside of the box, has all the warnings. The instructions on how to put the batteries in and care for the ornaments is on the inside, and I don't know how you're actually supposed to read that all the way down. Like, we've got French and English on here. I'm assuming the ones in the States have English and Spanish. You can't read that all the way down the bottom.
No, you'd have to take the box apart, and I'd be really sad.
Either that or take a picture of it and then zoom in. But you go ahead and slide it in.
There you go. Ooh!
Sorry.
It's okay. I should have been paying attention. There you go, bud.
Anyway, hope you've liked this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget about our giveaways. And we hope you have a very good day.